The alarms at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center are blaring with an intensity never heard. Before in the facility's 60-year history, something extraordinary and terrifying has captured Earth in its cosmic crosshairs, sending shockwaves through the world's most brilliant scientific minds. Deep space observatories around the globe are registering energy readings so powerful they're literally breaking the instruments designed to measure them. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is happening right now. And NASA scientists are struggling to explain what they're witnessing. Subscribe now and hit that notification bell, because what we're about to reveal will change everything you thought you knew about our place in the universe. Comment below if you've noticed any strange phenomena in your area, because this cosmic mystery might be affecting us in ways we haven't even discovered yet. In the sterile corridors of NASA's most classified research wing, Dr. Sarah Chun rushes past security checkpoints with sweat beading on her forehead, clutching classified documents that could rewrite every astronomy textbook ever written. The time stamp on her emergency report reads 3:47 a.m., but she's been awake for 36 hours straight, ever since the Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope detected something that shouldn't exist according to known physics. The data streaming in from multiple observatories tells a story so extraordinary that even seasoned astronomers are questioning their own instruments. What started as routine observations of distant cosmic phenomena has evolved into humanity's first confirmed detection of targeted energy emissions from deep space. The numbers don't lie. These aren't random cosmic ray bursts or natural gamma ray emissions from dying stars. The pattern recognition algorithms have identified something that sends chills down the spine of every scientist who understands its implications. Deliberate, calculated bursts of high-energy radiation aimed directly at our solar system. The discovery began 3 weeks ago when ASCAP J18320911, a mysterious object 15,000 light-years away, started behaving in ways that defied every model of stellar physics known to science. Unlike typical cosmic phenomena that release energy in all directions, this enigmatic source began emitting focused beams of gamma rays and X-rays every 44 minutes with clockwork precision. Dr. Chun's team initially dismissed it as instrument malfunction, but when observatories in Chile, Hawaii, and Australia all confirmed identical readings, the excitement turned to concern. The object's behavior matched no known astronomical phenomenon, not pulsars, not black holes, not supernovas, nothing in their extensive catalogs. Even more disturbing was the gradual realization that each pulse was slightly stronger than the last, and the beam appeared to be narrowing its focus. Advanced computer modeling revealed a trajectory that made veteran astronomers' blood run cold. The concentrated energy bursts were systematically targeting our region of the galaxy, with Earth sitting squarely in the projected path. What makes this discovery even more alarming is the recent identification of similar objects throughout our galactic neighborhood, each one exhibiting the same mysterious pulsing pattern, but at different frequencies and intensities. The James Webb Space Telescope, initially designed to peer into the universe's earliest moments, has been urgently repurposed to track these cosmic anomalies. Its infrared capabilities revealed something that NASA hasn't made public yet: a network of these objects stretching across vast distances, all synchronized in a pattern that suggests coordination rather than coincidence. Dr. Marcus Rodriguez, the lead physicist on the emergency response team, spent sleepless nights analyzing the data before reaching a conclusion that terrifies even him. The mathematical precision of the pulses, the strategic positioning of the sources, and the focused nature of their emissions suggest an artificial origin. These aren't natural cosmic phenomena behaving strangely. They appear to be constructed devices operating with technological precision beyond current human capabilities. The implications are staggering. If these are indeed artificial constructs, who built them, and why are they targeting Earth? The scientific community's panic intensified when researchers discovered that each pulse carries specific frequency modulations. embedded within the gamma-ray bursts. These aren't random energy discharges, but appear to contain structured information, almost like a cosmic form of data transmission. Dr. Elena Vasquez, a cryptanalyst borrowed from the National Security Agency, has been working around the clock to decode these patterns using quantum computers and advanced algorithmic systems. Her preliminary findings suggest the signals contain mathematical sequences, prime numbers, and geometric patterns that could only originate from an advanced intelligence. The revelation that we might be receiving messages disguised as deadly. Radiation has transformed this from an astronomical curiosity into a matter of global security. Government officials have begun classified briefings with world leaders, while NASA administrators debate whether to inform the public about the true nature of these death rays. The decision becomes more urgent with each passing day as the intensity of the beams continues to increase. International space agencies have mobilized with unprecedented coordination, transforming what was once competitive research into a desperate collaborative effort. The European Space Agency redirected 3 of its most sensitive observatories toward the mysterious objects, while the Russian space program shared classified tracking data for the first time in decades. China's rapidly expanding space surveillance network has provided crucial confirmation that these phenomena aren't limited to objects visible from Western observatories. They've identified similar signatures from the other side of the galaxy. This global response reflects the growing understanding that whatever is happening in deep space affects all of humanity equally. Dr. Sin Patel, coordinator of the International Space Monitoring Coalition, established emergency protocols that bypass traditional diplomatic channels, allowing real-time data sharing between nations that rarely cooperate on space matters. The urgency is justified by mounting evidence that the energy levels detected are approaching ranges that could potentially affect Earth's magnetic field and upper atmosphere. The public remains largely unaware of the crisis developing above their heads, but subtle signs are beginning to emerge. Amateur radio operators have reported unusual interference patterns during the exact times when the mysterious pulses are detected. Commercial airline pilots have filed scattered reports of navigation system glitches, and unexplained magnetic compass deviations while flying at high altitudes. Even more concerning are the reports from sensitive individuals who claim to experience headaches, vivid dreams, or unusual psychological effects during peak pulse times. Dr. Jennifer Walsh, a neurologist consulting with NASA's medical team, has documented cases of people experiencing synchronized episodes of unusual brain activity that correlate precisely with the detected energy bursts. While these effects remain subtle and affect only a small percentage of the population, they provide disturbing evidence that these cosmic death rays may already be interacting with human biology in ways science is only beginning to understand. Ground-based detection networks have been quietly upgraded and expanded, with new monitoring stations appearing in remote locations around the globe. These installations, disguised as weather monitoring equipment or geological surveys, are actually sophisticated radiation detectors capable of measuring the earthbound effects of the mysterious space-based emissions. The data they collect paints an increasingly worrying picture of a planet under systematic observation and potential influence. Each pulse brings with it trace amounts of exotic particles that don't occur naturally in Earth's atmosphere, particles that seem designed to penetrate our magnetic field and interact with specific elements in our upper atmosphere. The accumulation of these particles is minimal now, but projections suggest that continued exposure could gradually alter atmospheric chemistry in unpredictable ways. NASA's atmospheric scientists are working frantically to model potential long-term effects, while hoping they're wrong about their most pessimistic scenarios. The breakthrough came when Dr. Chun's team realized that the mysterious signals weren't targeting Earth randomly. They were responding to human activities. Detailed analysis revealed that pulse intensities increased following major rocket launches, nuclear tests, and even large-scale radio transmissions from Earth. The objects in space appeared to be monitoring our technological development and adjusting their emissions accordingly. This discovery transformed the crisis from a passive threat to an active communication attempt, though the nature of that communication remained ominously unclear. The realization that these cosmic entities were aware of human civilization and actively responding to our actions sent shockwaves through government officials and scientists alike. Emergency meetings at the highest levels of government began discussing response protocols for what might be humanity's first contact with non-terrestrial intelligence, albeit contact that came in the form of potentially deadly radiation beams aimed at our planet. Advanced quantum analysis of the signal patterns revealed something even more startling. The mathematical sequences embedded in the radiation matched theoretical models for dimensional manipulation and space-time distortion. Dr. Ahmed Hassan, a theoretical physicist brought in from CERN, identified patterns that corresponded to equations describing wormhole physics and faster-than-light communication methods. The implications were staggering. These weren't just messages from distant civilizations, but potentially communications from beings operating outside normal space-time constraints. The death rays might actually be attempts at establishing quantum entanglement networks with Earth, using methods so advanced that our current understanding of physics couldn't fully comprehend them. This revelation shifted the investigation from defensive preparations to attempts at establishing two-way communication. Though the risks of responding to such powerful entities remain unclear and terrifying. As weeks passed, the mysterious emissions began displaying signs of artificial intelligence, adapting their patterns based on Earth's responses, and even seeming to learn from failed communication attempts. The objects would adjust frequency ranges after detecting interference, modify pulse timing to avoid solar storm disruptions, and even appeared to recognize when Earth-based receivers were offline for maintenance. This adaptive behavior convinced even the most skeptical scientists that they were dealing with advanced artificial intelligences of non-human origin. Dr. Lisa Thompson, NASA's lead AI researcher, developed protocols for testing the entity's learning capabilities, but each successful test only raised more disturbing questions about their ultimate intentions. The machines in space seemed patient, methodical, and incredibly sophisticated in their approach to establishing contact, but their use of potentially lethal radiation as a communication medium suggested either a fundamental misunderstanding of human biology or disturbing indifference to our survival. The most recent developments have revealed that the cosmic entities possess detailed knowledge of Earth's geography, population centers, and technological infrastructure. Pulse patterns now correlate with specific geographic locations, suggesting the sources have somehow mapped our planet despite being thousands of light years away. Major cities experience slight increases in radiation during their peak activity periods, while remote areas receive different signal patterns entirely. This geographic targeting capability has forced world governments to consider the possibility that these entities have been observing Earth for much longer than initially suspected. Classified intelligence suggests that historical anomalies in radiation readings previously attributed to solar activity or cosmic background noise may have actually been early reconnaissance efforts by these same entities. The realization that humanity may have been under surveillance for decades or centuries has prompted emergency reviews of all historical space-based observations. Perhaps most unsettling is the recent discovery that the radiation patterns contain what appears to be biological information, DNA sequences, protein structures, and cellular blueprints that don't match any known Earth life forms. Dr. Rebecca Martinez, a xenobiologist consulting with the project, has identified genetic patterns that suggest these entities understand human biology better than we understand it ourselves. The embedded biological data includes information about human immune systems, brain chemistry, and even aging processes that current Earth science hasn't yet discovered. This intimate knowledge of human physiology, combined with their ability to target our planet with precision, has raised fears that these death rays might be preparation for something far more significant than simple communication. The biological information could be instructions, modifications, or even invasion blueprints designed to interact with human genetics in ways we can't predict or prevent. Current projections suggest the intensity of these cosmic emissions will reach critical levels within the next 6 months, potentially strong enough to affect global communications, satellite operations, and possibly human health on a planetary scale. NASA has begun developing contingency plans that include temporary relocation of essential personnel to underground facilities and the construction of massive electromagnetic shields around major population centers. The technology required for such protective measures will cost trillions of dollars and require international cooperation on an unprecedented scale. Meanwhile, smaller experiments in two-way communication have begun, using modified radio telescopes to send mathematical responses back toward the mysterious objects. These early attempts at contact have yielded disturbing results. The entities respond almost immediately, suggesting either faster-than-light communication capabilities or the presence of monitoring devices much closer to Earth than originally suspected. The truth behind these mysterious death rays may be more complex and terrifying than anyone initially imagined. Rather than weapons or communication devices, they might be terraforming tools designed to gradually modify Earth's atmosphere, magnetic field, and biosphere to suit the needs of non-human entities. The systematic nature of the emissions, their